Hello guys, thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Mason or Flaco is the channel. I cover everything horror from movies, games, books. I recently saw Iron Lung and I wanted to talk about it here. Markiplier did an amazing job. If you guys don't know about Markiplier or Iron Lung, he is a very popular YouTuber that got famous because he played a lot of horror games and horror content. And I grew up with him. A lot of people my age and this generation also grew up with Markiplier. And one of his videos, he played a indie horror game called Iron Lung, where the premise was that there was a event called the Quiet Rapture, which killed off everybody, all the humans on any planets, every so it was humans and life forms on any planet that existed, just disappeared. And then people, it was in the future, so people living on space stations, they remained alive because they weren't part like on the physical land, so they remained alive. And then everyone who died, their blood consolidated on, I don't know if it's one moon or various moons, but their blood like absorbed onto a moon, creating an ocean of blood. And basically, the remaining humans on space stations have to send out people on submarines to go down there, take pictures of their surrounding area, and try to figure out what happened. Is there a way to bring humans back? And it's a very cool premise, very interesting lore. There's a lot to discover about it. Basically, the people sent down on the submarines are convicts, and it's their punishment because human life is so valuable. Because most of it's gone, they have no choice but to send convicted felons or people that did crimes down there. So, anyways, what I'm saying, what I'm going with this, Markiplier played this game about that, what I just said, then he loved it so much he made a movie about it. I want to make this video for this main reason here. Most respectably, most people that review this movie, they're kind of dumb in a way because they look at the box office score and this movie did really well at the box office, and people associate how much money the movie made with how good the actual movie was, which is super ignorant and super dumb because the amount of money a movie makes and the how good the movie was, there's no correlation there, in my mind at least. So everyone who reviews this movie, they watch this and then they're like, oh, everyone loved it, it did super well. But hold up, this is why it didn't do super well. And they're giving you the negatives, and yeah, it's stupid. I personally use Letterboxd, the movie app where you can review movies and you can see other people's opinions on movies, and I feel like it's a way better and more accurate representation of the audience's general feel for the movie. So this only got, I believe it's out of 3.2 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. So I think it deserves a lot more. I think it's underrated. And I personally love this movie. But if the Letterboxd score is low, that represents the actual opinions of the audience, and that kind of pisses me off. So I'm making this video to defend this movie. While every other reviewer out there, they're going to make videos on how to like bring the movie down. Like they think, how do I explain this? So they think the movie is up here because it made a lot of money, and they're bringing it down, talking about why it's not that good. But I see the movie as being down here because of the Letterboxd score and it was so low, and I'm bringing that back up. Okay, so my reasons for loving this movie. One reason why I feel like Markiplier did an amazing job and why this movie is really good and deserves a lot more than 3.2 is the dialogue. So if you guys know me, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to movies is when characters talk to themselves a lot and it's like unrealistic, and I feel like it's a super lazy way to push exposition and to tell the audience what's happening when a character is sitting there in a room and they're doing something and they say like, "Oh wow, he's right behind me," or like, "I'm so thirsty. Look, water." That is lazy. You're supposed to. You need to. You need to sit there in the audience and figure out what emotion. You got to figure out the exposition, and that's what makes a movie good, in my opinion. You guys watching me, you have to look in my face, and you have to think, I have to be an actor, and you have to think, oh, he's thirsty because of how his face looks, so he needs water. That is good exposition, but it's lazy if I'm just like, oh, I need one. Okay, so that's my rant about that. But what I'm saying is this movie did a phenomenal job of not doing that. Markiplier was really realistic. He only spoke out loud when the lady on the radio was talking to him, which was very frequent. And most of the movie was silent and watching good acting. It was very immersive. It's kind of like you are right there with Markiplier because he's so realistic with his dialogue. I am so proud of him in a way and so glad that he was able to do that and be realistic with it. And overall, this movie, that's number two. Number two is the plot and the exposition. It was very well done. It was not handed to, it was not lazy. Almost the entire plot was you had to figure it out as a viewer. You weren't spoon fed anything, and it was so fun, so interesting. And yeah, that's kind of everything I have to say. The dialogue and the exposition, how you had to figure it out. This was a kind of movie where you talk about it with your friends for hours after watching it because it's not a movie where you just turn your brain off and watch. It's very well done. Very well done. And there's a lot to figure out, a lot to talk about. And I think those two things are some of the most important, like, what am I saying? The most important, points of making a film. And I think Markiplier absolutely nailed both those things. So, in summary, this movie does not deserve a 3.2. Definitely you deserve 4 or 4.5 or so on Letterboxd. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Make sure to stick around, guys. I cover everything horror here on this channel, and I'm hoping to keep putting out videos. Also, I just realized that you've probably been seeing my painted nails. I don't normally do that, okay? My girlfriend's younger sister wanted to paint my nails and I couldn't say no. So that's why I have these. But yeah, that's it.